All right, hello everyone, and shalom to all of you. Peace of Christ. Uh, I hope you guys all doing good. Happy Friday and happy Saturday for those who they are in Asia. Today our topic is about Islam as usual, but always we try to increase the education and the awareness. Not only what Islam is about as a religion, because Islam is not really a religion as much it is the start of it was an Arab supremacist gang. And religion is just a title of it. It's just a way to conquer and to take over, like to give yourself a legitimate reason to be there. Like, okay, God sent me, to kill you. God, He made me take your land. So, but today we will talk about specific two empire, the Ottoman, the Turkish, and the Iranian, or the Persian. You see, when Islam started, it was for the Arab and for the benefit of the Arab. That's why Muhammad, he made fun of the Asian, he said clearly that specifically even the Turkish. Muhammad, he never expected the Turkish to be Muslims ever. And he described them in a very racist way, he's making fun of their look. And he warned the Muslim to avoid fighting the Turkish as long they don't, they avoid you. So Muhammad, he knew actually, the Turkish, they have a reputation of being very, like, they are criminals. They have zero ethic in war. Like we saw what they did with the Armenian not long time ago. They killed 1.5 million. Not to mention the women they rape and the children they kidnap and all the crime they committed. Not long time ago, the Turkish, they invade Cyprus. Not long time ago, until now, 90% of Turkey does not belong to Turkey, if not 100%. So either from Greece or from Armenia or from the Assyrian or from the Chaldean or from the Kurdish. Just today, the Turkish, they announced killing, 20 to 25 Kurdish, and they are proud about it. So you will notice there is something unique about those empires. You see, when the British Empire, they went and they occupy India, they cannot say that Christ, He sent us to occupy you. They cannot say that in the name of God we are coming to conquer you. They cannot say that they are doing the teaching of Christ by invading India. They cannot. But in Islam, the story is totally different. In Islam, Islam make it legitimate to attack everyone who is not a Muslim. And here we will see an example of what happened. Like, when the English, they occupy many countries, and the French did the same. They occupy many countries, they conquer them, they suck their blood, they build their palaces in England and London from the money or stolen from other nations. And then what you see today is those nations who've been conquered by the British and by the French are the one is conquering England. So the Prime Minister was an Indian just a few weeks ago. Muslims are taking over a big part of England. Indian, I mean, here we go. The coming president of USA, it's possible to be an Indian woman. Indian coming from India. So the West went there, but not in the name of God, to conquer and do evil. Even though you can say that they did something good, like building hospitals, bringing education, there is some good is done, but the purpose of it was not good. The purpose, any empire have no good in it. Any empire mean occupying countries have nothing to do with you. It's not your land. It's not your country. So you subdued other nations so they can be under your nation. So all empires are false. and they are not good. The Turkish themselves, let us go first with the Iranian. When the Muslims occupied Iran, Persia, they killed a lot of Persian. The Persian in history, they are always the enemy of the Arab. Always. There is a huge enmity between them, a history of enmity. So when the Arab came and occupied Iran, they conquered Iran, and then they forced Islam into Iran. And the purpose was the Arab will rule Iran. Islam is an Arab supreme. The Arab is everything. The one should be the caliphate is an Arab. You will notice that ISIS, when they have a caliphate, at the end of his name they add the word Qurashi. Qurashi means from Quraysh. So not only Arab, the supremacist Arab is Quraysh, the tribe of Muhammad. So the caliphate of Islam, all of them, they are from Quraysh, the tribe of Muhammad. And if you are a person who claimed to be descendant from Muhammad, then you became more superior. Like, the king of Jordan, his family, they claim that they are descendant from Muhammad. So the British, when they establish a movement, and they establish a revolution against the Ottoman, they sent a guy from their intelligence, Her Majesty the Queen. His name is Lawrence the Arabian. For sure he have an English name, not just Arabian, but this is how he is known with. You can search the real name. Lawrence the Arabian, he came all the way to Saudi Arabia, and he they did their own search, and they found that there is a person who the Arab, they believe he is the grand blah 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 son of Muhammad, and that is called the Honorable Hussein. Honorable Hussein, which nothing honorable about him. So they offer him money, weapon, or what he need to do, get men to fight. And at that time the Ottoman Empire was going to collapse. So to make the story short, Islam is based on Arab from Saudi Arabia, the Arabian Peninsula, and specifically from the city of Mecca, not any other place, and specifically from the tribe of Quraysh, not anyone else. So this is why you will see that everyone who want to be a caliphate, he have to be from the tribe of Quraysh. All the caliphate after Muhammad, they are from Quraysh. Not only they have to be Arab, no, they have to be an Arab and from the tribe of Muhammad. Muhammad, he make it clear that the best of mankind are the Arab. And the best of the Arab is Quraysh. And the best of Quraysh is the family of Hashim. And the best of family of Hashim is Muhammad. And the Muslim, they will say to you that the Prophet, he says there is no difference between a black and white, and all those are hadith is fabricated. Because we have the opposite in the Quran. And we have very authentic hadith saying clearly that Allah, when he created the black, he created them to go to hell. And Muhammad, he made it clear in tons of hadith that Asian are the enemy of Allah, and they are specifically Gog and Magog. But we will go there later. So when Muhammad established this garbage cult, the purpose of it was to conquer and always he speak to the Arab. his promises was made for the Arab. If we go to the Shia, you will find that the Shia not only they believe that the Arab are the best of mankind, they believe specifically that Muhammad family are not even a human. They are not a human. In fact, they believe that they are the creators. The Sunni, they believe that everything created for Muhammad and his family, which means the Arab, all mankind, every creatures, trees, animals, everything created for Muhammad and his family. So when Muhammad he speak about his tribes, and he speak that they are the best of mankind, he is showing us how supreme, or how he think of himself as a member of the tribe of Quraysh, above all mankind. I'm seeing some people, they are not focusing with me in the chat. I hope everybody is with me. How are we doing in Rumble, guys? Are we doing good? I don't see too many people here. Maybe wrong time? No, Hashim in Hebrew have nothing to do with the Hashim in Arabic. Don't mix things up. Don't mix things up. All right. So when Muhammad he speak about his tribes, how they are the best of mankind, he shows us how much supreme he is. And the funny is, the Muslim they claim that Islam does not make difference between poor and rich and etc. But reality is totally the opposite. Islam made for the rich and for richness, which means to be rich. I can show you tons of reference. Like even Muhammad, he said actually that all offspring of all mankind, they will collapse except his offspring. Except his offspring. I hope my air conditioner is not making bad noise, is it? It's very, very hot, and hardly I can talk actually. I shut down the air conditioner, trying to give it some rest, start making noise. Obviously it's overheated. I hope it's not making bad noise from your side. So if we go and check the hadith, let us go and see. If we can find you something in Arabic, in English. I'm trying to find it in Arabic, but look like we cannot find it in English. Well, if not, we will find it in Arabic, no problem, and we'll use Google Translation. This is why, like, if you try to learn about Islam and you don't speak the Arabic language, you will be missing a lot, because what is translated into English is very little. It doesn't show you much. Uh, so this is what Muhammad said. Every cause and lineage will be cut off in the day of resurrection, except my lineage. Except my lineage, you know, like the one who belonged to me, his tribe and his lineage, you know, his offspring. Translation is not coming very correct. So Muhammad, he claimed that his lineage is superior. Not only he is coming from a tribe which is superior, things is even getting narrower, that the lineage of Muhammad himself is superior to the point every lineage will be disconnected, will not be exist, will cut off. In the day of the resurrection, before that, nobody will have kids anymore. But only the lineage of Muhammad, they will be having kids. We can find, you know, tons of reference from the Muslim books speaking about the lineage of Muhammad and the tribe of Quraysh and how Muhammad he speak about them. Let me see if I can find you this one in English. Yeah, look like most of the hadith which we can try to show you, we cannot find them in English website. Yeah. Okay, let's try to find something else can be found in English. Let us see. Let us see if we can find this one. I'm not showing in the screen because I don't want to, you know, hurt your eyes flipping the English website. If I find it, I will put it for you on the screen. Yeah, look like still the same. Let me try to find something else. Let us see this one. I think this one we should be find it in the English website. So Muhammad always, he, in order to give himself, like when the Muslim they claim that Muhammad is born originally, like his lineage are from Abraham. The reason for that statement is just to make himself legitimate to be a prophet. So when he claimed that his tribe are descended from Ishmael, the whole idea is just to make himself a legitimate man. You know, my grandfather is the greatest prophet, Abraham, you know. So, but here you notice, look what Muhammad is saying, and this is very authentic. Allah Messenger said, indeed Allah has chosen Ishmael from the children of Abraham, and he chosen Bani Kinana from the children of Ishmael, and he chose Quraysh from Banu Kinana, and he chose Banu Hashim from Quraysh, and he chose me from Banu Hashim. You know, if the Muslim they believe that Islam does not make differentiation between any, why Allah chose Bani Hashim if they are all pagans? Why Allah will choose them for what? And Muhammad, how, when the Muslims they say that Muhammad is from Banu Kunana, what Banu Kunana have to do with Ishmael? Those are Arab. So Muhammad, the Muslim, they have their own lineage, have nothing to do with any historian books. Very funny and very stupid. Muhammad is like a whore. She tried to make herself coming from a big family. So anyone is famous, she said, this is my cousin. Muhammad, he cannot say that he is from Isaac. It's obvious he's not. But Ishmael as lineage, there's not much detail about him, what happened. So if we go in Genesis 21:21, we will find that Ishmael, he married an Egyptian woman after his mother took him all the way back to Egypt. So how an Egyptian man marry Egyptian women, he is the father of the Arab. The Egyptians are African, and they have nothing to do with the Arab. They are Egyptian. So the whole idea of I've been chosen is to be supreme. And now we see the supreme here is the Arab, and the supreme between the Arab is the tribe of Quraysh, and the supreme between the tribe of Quraysh is the family of Hashim. The word Banu means children's. All right? So the children of Hashim, and from the children of Hashim is Muhammad. So all the statement is about who is supreme. The supremacist is all over the place. There is other hadith. Let me see if I can find it. Let us do this. The funny is that the Arab are so proud of themselves, but the word Arab mean animals. The Arab themselves, they use it when they speak about animals. In Aramaic language, the Arab is not an ethnic, it's just a word for desert. Just to show you, like, I'm not making things up. If you read this hadith here, they are talking about slaughtering animals, buying and selling to slaughter animals. What is like, not this hadith actually. Yeah, maybe this one. All right. So Abu Abdullah, in rest money refers to man buy an animal. What the word animal is? Urban. Arabians. So when you see it, you might think they are talking about buying a human being, but in fact this is about animals. He forbade to sell the Arab, but this is not, you see, the translation in English, it says clearly he forbade selling the animals. You see it? He forbade buying the animals. So it's a very weird way to see it. And I don't know how in the world that the Arab, they call themselves animals, and they call the animals Arab too. But anyway, going back to our topic, when we speak about the Arab, you will find that Muhammad always, all his religion is about the Arab. The Arab. When Gog and Magog, they came, supposedly, they made a hole in the wall. Muhammad made clearly, he says, a we to the Arab. The Arabian Peninsula have to be only to the Arab who they are Muslims. So even the Arab, there is a supremacist Arab. There's Arab who they are Muslims, they are supreme, and non-Muslims are not. That's why Muhammad, he says, if I am victorious, I will certainly expel the Jews and the Christians from the Arabian Peninsula and leave only Muslims in it. The Arabian Peninsula, you know, like if you remember once Abdul, he called and he says the Arabian Peninsula is not Saudi Arabia. And he mentioned to me a name of a sheikh lying. The fact the Arabian Peninsula is all the peninsula, you know it in the map, you know. That is all. But we can even show reference from the books of Hadith about what is the Arabian Peninsula. So Oman, Yemen, Saudi Arabia, and even half of Iraq, and all the way in the desert to the border of Syria almost, and Jordan. This is the Arabian Peninsula. So what is unique about the Arabian Peninsula? Well, this is the land of the Arab, and the Arab are supremacist. So no one else can live there unless he is Arab and he is a Muslim. Arab and Muslims. If you are an Arab and not a Muslim, you cannot live. If you are an Arab and Muslim, you are welcome. This is why you see that the Arabian Peninsula right now contain pure. If everyone there call themselves Arab, you will not find someone call himself Kurdish or Somalian or a Persian. Arab, just Arab. For this is a supremacist garbage religion made by the Arab for the Arab. So when Muhammad speak about the Arab, simply because Islam is the religion of the Arab. The Quran itself have to be always in Arabic. If a Muslim from India, he have to pray only in Arabic. He cannot pray in his language. The Quran cannot be written in any other language. But this hadith here, showing us what is the Arabian Peninsula. The Arabia lies between Al-Wadi, the extremes of Yemen, extend to the frontiers of Al-Iraq and the sea. That is what the Arabian Peninsula. And you will find that there is zero non-Arab living there. Zero. So you will notice some areas, anyone who is not an Arab cannot be exist in that location. Like you will find in Iraq, you will find Kurdish. Syria, in fact, all of Syria are Syrian. Those are not Arab. They have nothing to do with Arab. They don't look like the Arab, and they are white people. They have blue eyes, green eyes. They have all. If you find somebody, he look not the same as the majority of the Syrian, those are the Arab who came with the occupation into Syria. When Banu Quraysh, which is Banu Umayyah, they came and they became the caliphate. If you remember in the Quran, Muhammad, he bribed a family. Anyone remember? An aggressive family, criminals. This family, Muhammad, he cannot find them, you know. So Muhammad, the same as Qatar today, Like Qatar cannot fight USA and they cannot fight Israel, so they use their money to conquer. This is a very well-known method used by the Arab always. And they use it with each other too. So if we go and see, actually we can go to the Quran, but the mu'allafa qulubahum, the word mu'allafa qulubahum, is the family of Abu Sufyan, who they are very aggressive criminals. Muhammad, he paid them money so they will convert to Islam. By making them convert to Islam, Muhammad, he gained in war. And later this family, they are the one who became the caliphate and they killed the family of Muhammad. And here today I will show you the irony of this method of I use you, but later you use me. So Muhammad, he used those people to conquer. So him and his family, they will become the superiors. But then this family, who they are reclined in their heart, they don't want to believe in Islam. Muhammad paid them money, and you can read the interpretation for this, in return of believing in him. So when Muhammad paid them money, and he started making them superior upon other Muslims because he need them. He need their fighters, he need their men, he need their crimes. They are criminals, they are gang. So he paid them money because that's what they love. And later they conquer Islam itself, and Islam become a toy in their hand. And that will take us back to what we were talking about. Muhammad, in order to establish an empire for the Arab, he made the Arab supreme. The Arab supreme, they conquer other nations like the Persian, and later the Turkish, they conquer the Abbasi, which was a Shia caliphate, and they killed hundreds of thousands of Muslims. The Turkish, when they came to Iraq, they, according to Muslim books, they spend almost 3 months slaughtering everybody in their way. Children, women, doesn't matter. Anything will go and rape, you name it. So the Turk, when they come and invade, they were killing Muslims. They start killing Muslims in Persia. They move all the way to Baghdad. They killed tens of thousands of people in Baghdad. They loot, they steal, they rape. And then the Turkish leader who invade, coming all the way from the heart of Asia, they said to him, you know what, those people, you can rule them forever. As long if you say you are a Muslim. They don't care if you are, just say you are a Muslim. He said, okay, I'm a Muslim. And he said, all of us, we're Muslims. And this is how the empire of the Turkish started. By a gang coming to steal. And then the same gang, he found that Islam is perfect in order to establish an empire, to subdue the people who is going to occupy, and he occupied already. He will say, I'm a Muslim. The same as in Indonesia. The ruler of Indonesia, he was afraid that his neighbors will attack him. And there's many enemies around him. He felt that they are going to attack him very soon. So he said to himself, if I announce myself as a Muslim, I will get support from all the Muslims, all the way from Persia, Afghanistan, etc. So he announced himself as a Muslim. So this is how the octopus expand. It was not for the sake of religion. It was for the sake of octopus swallowing other small octopus or a fish. So now we see that the Persian, who had been swallowed by the Arab one day. The Arab, they came, they occupy Persia, they raped their women, they killed hundreds of thousands of men, they forced them into Islam, and the one who don't want to convert to Islam, he was killed. And now, after forcing the Persian into Islam, The Persian, they joined the game. They joined the game of Holako, Timor-Lang. They joined the game of the Ottoman. Let us use Islam. So the Ottoman, they were able to conquer and control all the Arabian countries, including the Muslim country who they are not Arab. You will notice that the Ottoman, they expand their rules all the way, I mean, to Africa. Some countries, they ruled them for real, some countries just by name. Like, you know, the Sultan, he named a ruler there. As long as he send him money from time to time, he don't care what he's doing there. So, you will notice now that Erdogan, who is trying to use Islam to reestablish the Ottoman Empire octopus. And now Erdogan, he found that the Persians are a very bad, let us say, for him, bad luck, because they are competing in a massive way. The difference is that he is a Sunni, but he is a Sufi, which Sunni don't like. However, the Sunni, they hate the Shia. But now, you know, like, I'm trying to show you what is the problem with Israel. So now both of them, in order to gather as many under their influence, they use Israel as a prop, as a target practice, you know, target practice, which will make Muslims like them. Erdogan, he cannot go in war. He don't dare to attack Israel. He makes speeches. And the speeches, he's trying to gain what he lost. Because Muslims, they look, I mean, Turkey is almost 100 million, almost the same size of Iran as population. And Erdogan is so proud about his manufacturers and weapon industry, yet all what he can do with Israel is just his speeches. So Erdogan is getting more aggressive with his speeches, but you don't dare to do anything. Because the situation in Turkey is different from the situation of Iran. Turkey is a bankrupt country, doesn't have oil. Their industry is very bad. They build, you know, they started this drone business, but soon everybody is overcome them. Like Ukraine now is the one making drones for Turkey, not the opposite. So the Persian, they use Islam in order to conquer the Arab. The Arab came to us one day. We are coming back to you today. And we will use the same method you used to conquer us, Islam. So the Iranian, Persian, now they speak in the name of Islam. They don't speak in the name of Persian. They don't mention the word Persian no more. However, the second you say the Gulf, they say the Persian Gulf. They don't accept the statement of Arabian Gulf. You know, if you look at any Arabian map, including Emirat, printed by Emirat or by Qatar or by Bahrain or by Saudi Arabia, this is not called the Persian Gulf for them. This is called the Arabian Gulf. In fact, you will see it in the screen there. It says Arabian Gulf next to the Persian Gulf. Do you see it? So the Persian, who they claim now, they don't care for something called Persian. We are Muslims. But in fact, the second you say the word Arabian Gulf, you are going to face jail for maybe the rest of your life. It's a big no in Iran to say the Arabian Gulf. This is the Persian Gulf. So in the appearance, they speak of Islam too much, but under the Arabian clothes which they are wearing, you see what the Arab did to them? You will see that the Iranian wearing Arabian clothes. The Iranian, they are using Arabian font. You see how the Arab, they cancel every other culture? So they use Islam to cancel. In fact, even Turkey, they used to use Arabian letters. But then Ataturk, he decided to create the modern so-called Turkey, He hate the Arab, he hate Arabia, he hate Islam. He is an atheist. So he canceled the use of the Arabic fonts. And he will start using the Latin fonts with some like transformation to make it fit with the Turkish language. So what happened now, we were talking about the Arab octopus who believe that they are supreme. They come and they conquer the land of others. Now, others become the octopus, who the Arab are terrified that they will conquer them. So Iran right now is the biggest octopus in the Middle East, using Islam as a bait. So Iraq, the majority of the population are Shia. The Persian of Iraq, they don't say we hate the Arab. They don't. If they say that, well, those are Bedouin. They are Arab. So they speak in the name of the family of the Prophet. They don't mention the word Persian, unless you like the second you talk about the Persian Gulf, they say Persian Gulf, not Arabian Gulf. So their racism right away appear in 2 seconds. However, the title in the opening is "We are Muslims." And by raising such a flag, Iran is able to control Iraq right now. And I find it very amazing how the Western, specifically America, always they do the most stupid thing ever. I mean, I never saw a stupid nation like the government of America. I want to talk about the government, not all people, but people, they are the one who elect them, but Americans are not educated. Like you see the propaganda you see in TV. So now Kamala Harris, she become God. She is the wonderful woman. I mean, this woman, she is a piece of shit. She never did anything good in her life. Economy is so bad. Food is so bad. The price is so bad. People cannot afford anything. And then she is wonderful. She is the most amazing. It's, if the rich ones decide to make you a president, you become president. They have the money, control the media. TV station keep talking about you, how amazing you are, how wonderful you are, until the naive, stupid American, he say, oh, she's amazing. Otherwise, why TV station saying that? It must be true. So, the stupid American, they attack Iraq. When you think about it first time, oh, Saddam Hussein is a criminal. But because Americans are stupid as usual, they did not get rid of Saddam Hussein to create something better. They get rid of Saddam Hussein to bring the Shia mullahs to control Iraq. So Saddam Hussein, if he was still there, Iran will not be able to connect with the Hezbollah. They cannot. Just to make it simple for you, there's no border between Iran and Syria directly. There's no border between Iran and Jordan directly. There's no border between Iran and Lebanon directly. So in order for Iran to send all the weapons to Hezbollah, it have to go through Iraq. From Iraq, it go to Syria. From Syria, it go to Lebanon. Thank you very much. So the stupid American, what they did, they give the Iranian octopus the freedom to expand his arms. As simple as that. They conquer Iraq, they gave it to the Shia. The Shia, they involved in the war in Syria. Erdogan, the beast, he was hoping that the war in Syria will end, that the Muslim Sunni, who they are his puppies, they will conquer Syria and he will become their caliphate. And then he will have Syria back enter the Ottoman Empire. As simple as that. So we take Syria, the Muslim Sunni, who Erdogan is supporting them, Al-Qaeda and ISIS. We take Syria, we take Jordan, we take Egypt. In fact, the Muslim Brotherhood controlled Egypt before, if you remember. during the time of Obama. And Obama, he put sanctions on the Egyptian when they get rid of the Muslim Brotherhood, because Obama, he sponsored the plan of Iran and Erdogan. However, Erdogan was not a good relationship with Obama because Obama is a Muslim Shia, not Sunni. However, the Iranian, they use the Muslim Sunni for now for expanding their arms. And this is why we see Iran, who they are Shia, who they hate Sunni, are expanding their arms all the way to Gaza. Hamas is Muslim Sunni. So why Iran is killing Sunni in Syria? They are killing Hamas in Syria, but they sponsor Hamas in Gaza. Well, Hamas became an arm for them. Hamas, as all Muslims, they have no ethic. All those Muslim movement, you know, they are terrorist movement. They have zero ethic. Whoever give me money, he's my uncle. Like in the Middle East, they say, whoever marry my mama, he is my dada. So the Iranian, they are killing Sunni in Syria. Right now in Damascus, I'm trying to zoom to show you. This area, it's called Sayyida Zainab. Right away you will see here the flag of Hezbollah in the top of it. This area used to be having little tiny number of Shia. Right now, all the territory, all is, they are buying lands and houses everywhere, and the money is coming from Iran, and they are moving Shia from everywhere, even from Afghanistan to Syria. The target is to transform Syria from Sunni majority, Christian minority, to Shia majority, Sunni majority, and Christian minority anyway. So they are surrounding now Damascus from every side. And for sure they own Damascus now. The plan is so clear. Iran, they want to conquer this Sunni majority country, transform it into Shia country, and through history, maybe you might say how that can happen. It's so easy. In fact, if you go to Egypt, Egypt not long time ago was zero Sunni. It was a Shia country. Egypt was Shia country. In fact, there is a very famous university. It's called Al-Azhar. Al-Azhar is an Islamic school of the Shia. And now it is the most famous Islamic school for the Sunni. So all the country of Egypt was Shia. Muslims don't have God. Whoever the king, whatever his religion, they will be. So the king is Sunni, they are Sunni. The king is Shia, they are Shia. The Shia, they were able to occupy and control Egypt. All of Egypt becomes Shia in one day. The Shia lost and the Sunni conquer Egypt again. The country becomes Sunni in one day again. And this is what the plan of the Persian. The Persian, they are aiming their eyes on the Sunni countries, starting from the Gulf, Emirat, Bahrain, Qatar later. Qatar now is playing job for them, so they will not attack it, and Saudi Arabia. And this is the reason Emirat and Saudi Arabia and Bahrain, they want to have a good relationship with Israel. Not because they love the Jews, they hate the Jews. They wish to kill every Jew. But they have no choice. The Americans are not trustworthy. Nobody trusts the American no more. And the American, you know, it's 4 years Obama, 4 years Trump, 4 years Trump, 4 years Biden, 4 years, etc. So they don't have a stable politics. Two party, they oppose each other like the opposite totally. So Saudi Arabia cannot depend in its security on USA no more, because the Americans are not too much interested in Saudi Arabia as before. They have oil way more than Saudi Arabia. In fact, I just saw in the news an article a few days ago about a new discovery of hydrogen mine. You can search this article. I think it's called America Finds the Mine of Oil of the Future in Energy for Millennia. Let me see if I can find you. Anyway, you can search it. You can search it, you know, and you can you can check it out. Simply they discover like a crazy amount of energy, green energy, hydrogen, natural hydrogen, can be used as a source of energy, like a massive resource, you know. And they are talking about a project partnership between GHI and Impex Corporation. Let me see if I can find something to put it for you on the screen. I'm not trying to change the topic, but just to show you. Anyway, you know what? This is not important for now. Let's focus on the topic. So Saudi Arabia now is not important as before to the American. In 1973, Saudi Arabia decided to stand with so-called Palestinian, and they cut the oil from USA. And at that time, USA became in trouble. Cars don't even have gas because they depend on the oil of Saudi Arabia. But now we don't need anyone oil. We have oil more than all of them. So the interest changed. The strategic point of Saudi Arabia is not there no more. This is why you see the Saudi, they're trying to build a new enmity front against the Persian, against the Shia, and that is include Israel. But the problem between so-called Palestinian and Israel is making a lot of obstacles in front of the Saudi and Emirati to establish that. They want this issue to be finished. And I assure you that neither the Saudi or the Emirati, they support Gaza. They don't. In fact, they hate them. In fact, they will not give them a visa to come to their country. But for sure, in public, they don't dare to say so. But reality is the opposite. Reality that Emirat is sharing a lot of intelligence information. In fact, they have intelligence center sharing with the Mossad. The Mossad, they have offices in Emirat and Bahrain. And all of this is to stop the Persian Shia octopus. Here you notice in Bahrain that Saudi Arabia, because they were almost the Persian, they were going to occupy Bahrain, the same as Erdogan, he occupied half of Cyprus. So in order to avoid such a thing from happening, the Saudi, they built a bridge between Saudi Arabia, as you see here, this is the port of Al-Khubar, Saudi Arabia, and here there's a bridge. Let me see if we can go on the bridge. Can we? Maybe, I don't know. Here we go. So this is the bridge. Will take you all the way to Bahrain. Do you want to drive with me? The whole idea of this bridge, I'm not sure if I'm driving from in the correct direction. So the whole idea of this bridge is to connect Bahrain into Saudi Arabia. So in case of emergency, if Iran will attack, Saudi Arabia will be able to send their forces immediately into Bahrain. Bahrain is a small island. They don't even have an army. I mean, the guy in Bahrain, he is bringing tens of thousands of Pakistani from Pakistan, so he can like balance the population, because there's a big number of Shia in Bahrain. In fact, the majority of the population of Bahrain are Shia. Then, guys, what do you think? I'm driving in the correct direction? I think so. I think we are going into the sea. Let us see the sign, what the sign says. Yeah, I think we are going over the seas. Yeah, I'm going in the correct direction. So this bridge was built for one purpose only, is to stop Iran from occupying Bahrain any moment, any second. However, that will not really stop Iran from doing it. What's stopping Iran right now is the American. The Iranian, they are hoping that they can occupy Bahrain without invasion. How they can do that? Well, the population of the Shia is increasing so fast. If you go right now and see how many citizens from Pakistan, they migrated by the government of Bahrain into Bahrain, you know, they choose Sunni from Pakistan, so they can balance the number, but still the number is so small compared to the Shia. The Shia, they do muta. The Shia, they have babies like, you know, like chickens. So even the Sunni, they marry a lot of women and they have a lot of kids, but they are no match to the Shia, because the Shia, they marry today, they divorce tomorrow. Oops, a new baby, you know? So the Sunni, they are no match to control the population of the Shia. This is why the population of the Shia is increasing everywhere compared to the Sunni. Their women is a chicken machine. Sex is their entertainment. The morality of the Shia, like you rent a woman for one night stand, this is godly practice. Is not like sin or no. This is what Muhammad he said, the Quran says, and they follow it. So anyway, the Saudi, they built this bridge, hoping that they can stop the future invasion of Iran. But I suspect that this will stop anything, because Iran is a massive empire compared to those Arab. The Arab, when they attack Iran after Muhammad, Iran at that time was coming out of war with the Roman for 300 years. So both the Arab, they were lucky, the Muslims, they were lucky that the Roman and the Persian, they were killing each other for the last 300 years. They are out of men, out of resource, they are exhausted. So Muhammad army came in a perfect time. Those two empires, they were fighting each other over power, over land for 300 years. No more men to fight. And then the Roman, they were victorious. So the Persian, they were already collapsing. Still they have a queen. Now, that's why Muhammad, he spoke about her, you know, when the news came that the king of the Arab, of the Persian, died, his daughter, she will become became the ruler. Muhammad, he says, no nation will be successful ruled by a woman. Let me see if I can find the hadith. Am I giving you a headache, guys? I hope not. So this is the news came about the king of the Persian at that time, Kisra. Kisra, he died. His daughter became the queen. Muhammad, he said, people who make a woman their ruler will never be successful. And the funny is, Muslims now in USA, they want to vote for a woman. Now we know why. It's against Islam to vote for a woman. Muslims don't believe in voting anyway. But Muslim, they will never allow a woman to be their ruler unless this woman, she hijacked the, she have her army, she kill everybody who oppose her. It happened in the history. But Islam is so clear about it. Women are stupid. Women, they cannot rule anything. Women, they cannot even be in charge of their houses. All right? So going back to our topic about the octopus. So the Islamic Arabian octopus came to conquer those nations. Those nations themselves, they took over the original octopus, the Arab. And now they become the octopus over the Arab. And the Arab now are terrified because of the Persian octopus and the Ottoman octopus. In case you do not know, the Arab, they hate the Ottoman. They hate them. You can go right now and search what the Turkish did just last month for thousands and thousands of Syrian in Turkey. They burn their houses, their cars, they beat them in the street, and they do that every few days. The Ottoman are very racist. The whole idea of the Ottoman Empire is racism. The Turkish, they believe that they are supreme, the same as the Arab believe they are supreme, the same as the Persian, they believe they are supreme. So three supreme garbage racists use Islam as a cover-up of their racism so they can conquer and subdue the other Muslims. Are you with me? Bangladesh has a women leader. Well, this is not according to Islam. Obviously this woman, she is sponsored by massive, powerful people. That's why she can be. Mostly, if you check history of those people who become rulers in Muslim countries, usually because they have, powerful families. This is not normal for Muslim to have a Muslim woman as a ruler. That's against Islam. I'm not making things up. It's in front of you, You see, we don't say things. We don't make things up. It's in front of you. This is what Muhammad said. A Muslim, a woman, she cannot be a ruler. She can't even be a witness in the court. In the case of murder or any capital punishment, if you have a billion, not a million, a billion women, they witness the crime, they are not accepted in Islamic court because they are stupid. A woman, according to the Quran, can be accepted only in the case of borrowing money, 2 women and 1 man at least, and 2 women of your choice, which means you have to approve them. Only. And there's exception. The Muslim, they try to solve the problem, but women are stupid, right? But what if a woman, she witnessed a birth of a child in the bedroom where men cannot be allowed to be there, like a strange man? Oh, they said, okay, you know what? We will allow a woman to witness for the birth of a child. That's it. A woman, she cannot and she is not allowed to witness in the court of any case, especially if it is involved capital punishment, like in Islam, like, anything have to do with the blood. Cutting hands, cutting arms. Muslim, they practice cutting hands, cutting fingers, cutting arms, cutting feet, cutting neck, etc. All right. So I don't want to, keep you really long. I mean, because this topic, if when I cover more, it take really a lot of it need a lot of time. But what I hope you understood that everything you see here everything you see in the news, it might appear it is about Israel. It is not. Israel is the way to gather Muslims around Iran. How Iran can become popular between Muslims? They are Shia. Those Sunni, they hate them. Well, Israel, we are the one who fight Israel to defend Hamas. And now the Muslims, he will soften his way. He look at the Shia. And slowly, slowly the Shia, they are intruding into the Muslim Sunni society, and they are converting a lot of Sunni into Islam as Shia. So, like now, the number of convert in Iraq from Sunni into Shia is massive. Why? Those Sunni, they become minority, and the Shia are discriminating them heavily. All the jobs are for Shia. Army jobs for Shia. Officer job for Shia. Judges for Shia. They treat them the same as the Christians. So they say to themselves, okay, what we can do? Let us become Shia. So many, there's towns in Iraq, they left Sunni, and now they are Shia. Same in Syria. The Sunni in Syria, they lost the war, which was sponsored by Qatar and Erdogan and Obama. So now in Syria, the Shia, they are importing a huge number of Shia mullah sheiks, and they open schools, Shia schools, for free. You bring your kid to learn for free. The Shia Iranian school, they will give you free books, they will give them even breakfast, they will give them just to bring your Sunni son. So the Sunni son, he go to school because his family can't afford to feed him. They can't afford to send him to school. They send him to the Shia school. He graduated as Shia. They convert him into Shiaism, and then he joined Hezbollah. So the plan of Iran is way bigger. This is not about Israel only. Israel is just a method. All Muslims, they hate the Jews and they hate the Christians. And now we will claim that we are the one who will free so-called Palestine. So now we can bring the Muslims around us, the Sunni, and they can accept us. And then we will use Israel as a way to make them believe we are the true Muslims. The rest of the Muslims, look, all of them, they are corrupt. Look at Saudi Arabia. They don't do anything to defend Hamas. Look at Erdogan. He doesn't do anything to defend Hamas. Look at all of them. What is the Muslim Sunni? Potatoes. And this is true, by the way. All Muslim Sunni are the most corrupt ever. You can imagine. Like you see Mimi Hijab talking about Palestine, you know. Why you don't go and join with them? The Chinese are treating Muslim badly in China. Mimi Hijab, he take off his t-shirt. Striptease, boy. Why you don't do jihad? So the Sunni are the most big-mouth, corrupt people ever. And if there is one of them is truly a believer, he joined ISIS or Al-Qaeda. The rest are just scumbags. They are not Muslims. Yeah, YouTuber, make money, donate for us, halal food. I mean, the guy, he said halal food for cats. I mean, can you see a bigger scam than this? Cats who eat cockroaches. They need Muslim halal. Have you ever heard of Muslim halal food for cats? Do I need even to prove that they are scammers? Anyway. I mean, cats, my friend, cat, they eat cockroaches, they eat rats, they eat snail, they eat frog, they eat anything. And this Ali Dawa, he want to sell halal food for cats. I mean, who is the dummy? How stupid this? But if Ali Dawa can buy houses from selling halal cat food to stupid Muslims, Why Iran cannot convert the Muslim Sunni to Shiaism, and then they worship the family of the house, and then the mullah of Iran become the ruler of the Muslims. And then by that, the Shia will be ruling the Arab. So we are back to zero. The Arab, they used to fight the Shia, and most of the time they lose the war with them. And now the Shia are coming, the Iranian, the Persian, they are coming back under the cover of so-called Islam to conquer and claim back what they lost before. The Persian Empire. Maybe I better we stop here. I hope we cover a lot of information for you. And you know, like even Muhammad always when he speak about prophecies, his prophecy is made for the Arab. Like when he speak about the Turkish, obviously Muhammad, he is a false prophet. Muhammad, he never imagined that Turkish will become Muslims. So he said, "Itruku Turk ma tarakukum," which means leave the Turkish as long they leave you. Same about the Ethiopians, same as etc. You know? Where is... I'm trying to find the hadith. Hold on. Alright, this is the hadith. Utruku Turk ma tarakukum. Muhammad, he never thought for a second. In fact, all Muslims books agree that the Turkish are Gog and Magog, which mean they are pure evil. Pure evil. Where is the hadith? Here we go here. But there is other. Here at the end you will see. And leave the Turk alone as long they leave you alone. Why Muhammad he said that? He was afraid the Arab are no match for the criminals of Turkey. They are more criminals, more savage than the Arab. Leave the Ethiopian and leave the Turkish. Muhammad never thought the Ethiopian will convert to Islam. Almost now, maybe 40% of Ethiopia is Muslims. And Turkey now is maybe 99% is Muslims. Naked Muslims. So Muhammad always he speak about the Arab. Everything is about the Arab. And Muhammad, he never thought those they will become Muslims in the future, the Persian and the... But what happened? He planned to be the octopus to suck the blood of every neighbor. Then every neighbor become the octopus using the same method he used. Allah, Muhammad, and the Quran. And they are coming back to the Arab. And now the Arab do not know what to do. How they can stop Erdogan? Maybe Erdogan is easier. But how they can stop Iran? The octopus of Iran is getting bigger and bigger. And that's why Erdogan is so jealous. So he's trying to attack Israel, making speeches, invasion and etc. But he don't dare. All of this is just to make himself look better because he is the only stupid donkey who he claimed to be the caliphate of the Muslims, but he don't dare to fart to defend Hamas. Even though Hamas are from his party, they are not from the party of Iran. Remember, Erdogan is a Muslim brotherhood. Hamas is a Muslim brotherhood. Qatar is a Muslim brotherhood. But neither Qatar neither Erdogan dare to shoot a bullet at Israel. So Erdogan now he feels that the Iranian octopus soon is going to swallow the Turkish octopus, the Ottoman octopus. They are cutting the vine of the Ottoman Empire. Look, Iran now took Iraq, and then they took Syria. So now the Turkish Ottoman, they will expand where? That's why now the Turkish, they are thinking more about how we can conquer Armenia so we can connect ourselves to Azerbaijan. And later we can take Georgia. And that's why the Iranian, they are getting closer to the Armenian so they can stop the Turkish from surrounding them. The story is very complicated, but Islam is nothing but a gang, have nothing to do with God. It's satanic gang. So I hope you guys, today you learned something new and you were able to gain some knowledge. For sure we can add tons of more information, but I think you get the idea. All of them, they share one thing. They use Islam as a shoe to walk into the house of the neighbor and to take it. So Erdogan, if he occupies Syria, he will say, I'm a Muslim. So he is expecting the Muslim Sunni, because he's a Muslim, they say, sure, welcome. If Israel come, oh, the Jews, no way. If the French came, Allahu Akbar, the infidels, the Christians. If the Muslims came, okay, no problem. In fact, Egypt did not have an Egyptian ruler for more than 1,002 to 300 years. Imagine, all of them, they used to be either Ottoman or Albanian, from anywhere, but not an Arab, and not an Egyptian. They came and they conquered other nations, and now those nations are coming back to swallow the Arab, the same as the Arab they swallowed them before. It just like you know, the wave of the ocean. They go back one after one. For simply, it is a pattern of movement. And history always about gangs have the same patterns. All of them, they are octopus, and they use one mask. It's called Islam. But in reality, none of them he practice Islam. Neither the Shia, neither Erdogan, neither the Saudi, neither the Emirati, neither Hamas. Islam is just a stupid cult. No, would practice what? There's nothing to practice. What exactly to practice? The prayer, but you don't believe. Say Shahada, you go to heaven. You don't need to believe. Do mut'ah, rent women for sex, have sex with the children. What is Islam is exactly to practice? Islam is a gang to control and rule. It's the same as any political party, but they use the name of God in order to manipulate and to fool people. And the second you say, I'm going to be against you, oh, you are against God. So using religion, and you know, in certain time, the European, they use the church in the same method. They bring corrupt priests, corrupt popes, corrupt, etc., and they make you that you cannot oppose this king. The Bible says God, he chose those people, but the Bible says too that no peace for the wicked man. The Bible says too that John the Baptist, he stood up to a king and he lost his head. So always in history, religion is used by the devil. regardless if the religion is a true, believe in a true God or not. Satan, he will use satanic men who will wear the uniform of people of God, and they conquer, and they use, and they abuse. But Islam, all of it from the beginning is about this. Muhammad, he is the first who practiced this. In Christianity, this is have nothing to do with Christianity. Absolutely. Jesus never wanted to be a king of any kingdom, for he said, I am from above, you are from below, and my kingdom is not from this world. That is Jesus' words. Jesus don't want us to establish an army to invade. Jesus wants us to preach and teach and bring people and save them. But doesn't mean we cannot be an army. No, we can. Doesn't mean we cannot defend ourselves against those octopus. Absolutely we can. If they come to us and they want to kill us and rape our women, we will teach them how to behave. But we will not be gang like them. And we shall not accept anyone to make us transform into gang in the name of God. So this is what Islam is about. And Israel is paying the price, for it is what is going to be used as target practice to bring Muslims under the control of those two octopus, the Ottoman and the Persian. Is my idea clear? We don't have too many people here. We have 1,072 people in YouTube, and we have 140 in Rumble. All right. I hope we will have more, and I hope you guys, you will invite more of your friends. And you know, we are here to serve and to share knowledge and to educate you. We are not here to waste your time. And I hope in the coming election in USA that Christians will go and vote. And we will vote for Trump, not because Trump is a perfect Christian. As you know, when Trump he do wrong, I speak against him. But we have no choice. If you don't vote for Trump, you are voting for Antichrist party. There's no question that the Democratic Party is an Antichrist party. They just mock your Lord in the Olympic. The American Democrat, they send who represent them to mock Jesus for no reason, showing you how much hatred they have to your Lord. Obama, he spent 8 years as a president forbidding every employee in the government to say Merry Christmas. Suddenly it is happy holiday. But guess what, Obama? Christ is alive and you are nobody. And you are a piece of shit. And Christmas will stay forevermore. Joe Biden, in the day of Easter, he put the flag of the LGBT community on his balcony. Biden, who he claimed to be Catholic, he forbid the Catholic from doing service which they practiced for more than 70 years in the Memorial Day. He forbid them. The church, the Catholic Church, sue Biden, and then Biden, he said to himself, uh-oh, this will be used against me in the election, so he allowed them. He's anti-Catholic. He claimed to be Catholic, which means he's anti-Christians anyway. All of them, they are antichrist. They are like lizard. They change even their color. The woman, she was Indian, today she's black. Just to fool the black community, make them vote for her. We know better. So I say to you, be careful. There's many octopus in this world. And all of them behind them, there is one person. His name is Satan. And the Lord said to us, by their fruit you shall know them. So the one who votes for Democrat is voting for the one who want to corrupt your children, even their gender. They are forcing children to read books about how to put fingers in their anus, how to have sex. A child is 6 years old. They are sick. You vote for this party, you are sick. You are truly sick. It's not only about food and economy. This party is sick in every way. They want to buy oil from Qatar, but they don't want to buy oil from USA. Mafia. Big companies, they invest a lot of money. Bribe by Qatar. Buy oil from us. Let the price of oil go up so we can be richer and richer and richer. And you American go poorer and poorer and poorer. And the stupid American, they vote for such a stupid party. They open their borders, and we have tens of thousands. God knows who they are. Nobody knows. Criminals, rapists, and maybe there's some good people too, but the majority, we do not know who they are. ISIS, Al-Qaeda, human trafficking, child abuse. All of this for what? Because they want to bring more immigrants so they can change the demography of USA. So Republican will be less, Democrat will be more, because they assume that the one who is migrant like me, he will be given citizenship and then he will vote for us. Very simple. That's why all the Muslims in Michigan, they vote for Biden. So this is why Biden, he brought 100,000 from Afghanistan in 48 hours. To do what? So he can change the demography of some states. So in 5-6 years, they will give them citizenship, and then their kids will be voting, and those Muslims, each one of them will have 10 kids, and then we can change the outcome of those states. The Democrat as an evil party is beyond your imagination. So if you are a person who don't listen, it's your problem. And you got a problem. The coming election, you're Christian, you better vote. In fact, when you vote for Trump, you are helping poor people around the world. And I'll explain to you why. If America starts producing oil as before, the price of gas will go down around the world. Because America is the biggest consuming country for oil in the world. So if the demand of America is gone for oil, the price of gas will go down massively. So a person, he is a Filipino, he have a poor income, food price will go less because price of food is involved always price of a fuel. Farming, transportation, everything, you need a fuel. So if Trump, he won, everyone in the world, especially the poor people, they won. Common sense, isn't it? We have a lot of resource. Yet those stupid Democrats, they are buying it from Qatar, our enemy, the one who hate us most, the one who want to kill every Christian, every Jew, the one behind October 7 and 9/11. This is the truth. Prove me wrong and leave your comment. Thank you all for being here. God is good, so is Jesus. And in his name we are always victorious. But remember, prayer to Jesus is not what Jesus says to you, you do only. You pray and you work. The Bible says faith without work is a dead faith. So you better vote. You better help. You better speak out. You better call people. You better speak to them why we should not vote for the Democratic Party ever again. They are the Antichrist party, and they've proven it. From their fruits, you shall know them. Name for me one thing this party did is not Antichrist. Just one. You will find yourself a big loser, because you cannot find one. Everything they stand for is an Antichrist teaching. They want to they want to take the cross from a mountain. They want to take a cross from a mount, from a church. They want to take the Bible from hotels. They want to stop saying a Christmas. They want to say holiday, and then the holiday will become LGBTQ, and then even the bathroom is not a bathroom. I mean, messed up. They want to create a satanic kingdom. So if you don't vote, you are voting for Satan, and Satan is your God, and then curse will be upon you. The Lord said, my people have been destroyed because of their ignorance. Are you going to be destroyed because you destroyed yourself by your ignorance? This is your choice you make. I made mine. You do yours. Again, God is good. So is Jesus. Amen to that. See you soon. Take care. This is your brother Christian Prince, was serving you humbly for today. God bless.